Jake here for American Muscle, and today I'm taking a look at the C&L oil separator fitting 2015 and newer Mustang EcoBoosts. Help extend the life of your Mustang's engine without having to overextend your bank account with this C&L oil separator. This is an affordable, simple modification that you can make to your car that's going to keep your engine running better for much longer. Over the years, there's been a ton of chatter regarding oil separators, also known as oil catch cans. But the long and short of it is, this is a modification that's designed to extend your engine's life, and they're pretty brilliant in their simplicity. This one in particular from C&L is no different. So this is designed to catch oil vapors from the PCV or positive crankcase ventilation system on your engine. Over time, oil vapors caught up in the PCV system can coat the inner workings of the engine's top end, such as the valves or the intake manifold. And that oil residue then can build up, causing your fuel mileage to drop and potentially have other engine problems as well. The oil separator strains that oil out and retains it down here in the can for you to empty, thus keeping it off of your engine's vital parts. So less sludge, and that's a good thing. Now this one features a can with a 2.25 ounce capacity, and that may not sound like much, but it should be enough to hold you through for a full oil change cycle, though of course your results may vary. Now on the bottom of the can here, this one also features what is probably the coolest part about it, a petcock to make for easy draining and cleaning. So unlike some of the other options out on the market, you don't actually need to unscrew this canister and then carefully balance the can to empty it out. Just go ahead, flip the valve open, let it drain out, close it back up, and you're on your way. The canister here is constructed from aluminum, and it's got this nice black anodized finish to it. That means it's lightweight, it's durable, and the black coating means it's gonna look nice in your engine bay, making for a clean installation. And you can easily just open this up like I just did. The kit also includes new hoses and a bracket and everything too. Plus, you've got a big old filter in here. It actually covers most of the bottom of this canister, so you've got quite a bit of capacity and quite a bit of filtering capacity as well. Pricing is probably the biggest win here though, coming in at just about $75. And considering how much this can save you over the long run with your car, both monetarily and headache-wise, that is small potatoes in my book. Even if this saves you from one potential valve cleaning in the future, it's going to have been worth the price of entry. This is also the least expensive option in the category, but it's still got solid construction, and the inclusion of that petcock drain at the bottom, I really can't stress it enough, is an excellent feature to see at any price, especially one this low. Installation gets a 1 out of 3 on our difficulty meter, and this should only take you about 30 minutes to complete. This is a total bolt-on operation, just requires you to remove your old PCV lines, swap these guys on, and then mount up the can itself with the included brackets. Definitely an easy job to accomplish at home. And to show you that process now, let's throw it over to one of our AM customers.
Tools you're gonna need: 10mm socket, socket wrench, flat razor blade, flat blade screwdriver, and a Phillips blade screwdriver. To get started, you're gonna need the oil separator, your 10mm socket, and your socket wrench. You're gonna take the first bracket, place it on the side like that, and you're gonna take one of the screws, a washer, and a crush washer, and install it right here. All right, you're gonna tighten this down with that 10mm socket and your socket wrench. Make sure it's snug, don't over tighten it. Now you're gonna get your valve and the oil filter, and you're gonna screw it right into the bottom. Make sure it's pretty tight, but don't over tighten it. Also, make sure the valve is closed. Next, you're gonna take these items here, and you're gonna find your mounting location on the driver's side of the vehicle, located here. You're gonna install your oil separator on top of that mounting location with that provided hardware. You wanna make sure the oil separator is pointed this direction, so there's room for each of these hoses away from the valve cover. And you wanna tighten this down again, tight, but don't over tighten it. Next, you're gonna raise and support the vehicle with a jack and jack stands. From the underside of the vehicle, right above the starter, you're gonna identify the tab that you want to remove. Next, you're gonna identify this tab right here, remove the little yellow tabs, and remove it completely. This is what it should look like when it's removed. Next, you're gonna locate this vacuum fitting behind the throttle body on the intake manifold. Depress the locking tab and remove the fitting from the vehicle. Once the locking tab is removed, just simply pry off the fitting. Just like that. Next, you're going to pull the fitting through and make sure you get the whole thing. Just like that. Next, very carefully, you're going to cut a small relief in the hard plastic hose using a razor blade. Being careful not to cut through the plastic fitting. Once you've cut right here and right here, being careful of the two O-rings and being careful not to cut through your tabs, you should be able to remove them with a slight pull. You no longer need your razor blade. However, you do need these two fittings right here. You will not need this pipe anymore. Now we're going to measure our pipe. We're going to go all the way down to where the fitting would be. And we're going to go to the top. So we're going to cut right about there. Next, we're going to route this down, being mindful of the hot parts and the moving parts of our engine. And we're going to connect it to the bottom of our filter, cutting it right here. Once we've cut our pipes to length using the razor blade, we're going to take our fittings and insert them in the end, making sure they're all the way in, nice and tight. Just like that. Next, we're going to get our supplied hardware, place it on there, and we're going to tighten it down. Again, tighten it down snug, don't tighten it too tight. You can always go back and tighten it down more afterwards. Next, we're going to use one of our band clamps, connect it on there, making sure it's all the way on, and tighten it down. Again, make sure it's tight, but not too tight. You can always go back afterwards. Next, we're going to route our pipe down, minding all our moving parts and our heating elements. Next, we're going to reconnect the fitting under the vehicle. And make sure you put that locking tab back in there. Next, reconnect the fitting down here on the intake. This might take a little bit of work, but just take your time and it will go on just easy. Once the fitting is on and the locking tab is in place, you're gonna take your hose, you wanna route it around the belt, making sure you don't touch the belt or go anywhere near to it. You're gonna take one of your clamps, place it over the end, and install it on the top portion of your filter. Go ahead and tighten that down, not too tight. There we are. Next, we're going to take our little plate, place it on top. We have two little nuts and two little washers that we're going to thread in using our Phillips head screwdriver. And just like that, our install is finished.
That's going to wrap it up for our review and install of the C&L oil separator fitting 2015 and newer Mustang EcoBoosts. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, for all things Mustang, be sure to keep it right here at AmericanMuscle.com.